I've practically made a living clowning Tennessee over the last 10 years, and even this is a surprise and a shock to me. They're horrendous offensively. I mean, they can't get a first down. Never mind score points or anything like that. Halftime of the Florida-Tennessee game, Florida's up 3-0. And before the Florida fans start scoring nuts, what the fuck are y'all doing? Florida's been in the red zone 4 times? Is that right? And they have 3 points. One trip to the red zone, field goal. Another trip to the red zone, fumble on the 1-yard line. Another trip to the red zone, went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. And then at the end of the half, I don't know what... Tennessee throws an interception with like a minute to go in the second quarter. Florida intercepts it, returns it all the way down to the 11-yard line. They got like a minute 10, minute 15, 1 or 2 timeouts. Somehow they come away with 0 points. What are we doing? I don't know. We got the Patreon stream going, and somebody in the Patreon said, can they just go ahead and give both these teams a loss? I said, yeah, Greg Sankey ought to call Neyland Stadium at halftime and go, listen, this is hurting the brand. We got to end this now. Just give both teams a loss. The defenses, I'm trying to be positive on that. I guess the defenses are playing good. I mean, I think Florida's defense is playing better than Tennessee's, though. Tennessee, I mean, like I said, Florida keeps going down the field and they can't score. I don't know. Look, here's the thing. If you're a Florida fan, you got to be extremely worried. Florida dominated and controlled the entire first half of this game. Tennessee could do nothing right. They couldn't run it. They couldn't throw it. When they did have an open receiver, Nico overthrew it. That happened 3 or 4 times. Nico had 2 turnovers. Tennessee did everything wrong. Florida did everything right. And you're up 3 fucking points, 3-0 at halftime. You're 1 play away from being down. You're 1 lucky Tennessee touchdown or something in the third quarter from being down 7-3 after you completely dominated the game in the first half. So it's got to be frustrating, too, for the Florida fans. Ole Miss and LSU locked in a tight one here. 9:53 to go in the second quarter. Ole Miss up 3-0 over the Corn Dogs. Ohio State and Oregon, hell of a game here. Oregon just scored, and did they make the extra point? No, so it's 14-12. Oregon missed an extra point early in the game, so I had them at 6. They just scored that game 12. I guess they went for 2 and didn't get it. I don't know. I had started recording, so honestly, I didn't even see. But I don't look. I picked Tennessee to go 10-2 and make the playoffs. So you're just Tennessee hater or whatever. Never been a Tennessee hater. I've been saying Tennessee's bad the last 7 or 8 years because I thought they were going to be bad. And I was right. Every time. They're really, really bad. This offseason, I thought they were going to be good. I had them at 10-2 with losses to Georgia and Bama and making the playoffs at 10-2. Nothing I've seen out of this Tennessee team this entire year leads me to think they're making the playoffs. Yeah, they scored 70 points on a bunch of high school teams and NC State. What would he fucking do? I told you at the time that don't mean shit. All these teams running around bragging. Auburn scored 70 against somebody. Are they going to the playoffs? I mean, just give me a fucking break. You play a Power 4 opponent, you can't score. 25 against Oklahoma, and that's your high water mark. Holy shit. You couldn't even get into the 20s against Arkansas, and you say, well, that's on the road. John Hopeful struggles on the road. So you come back home to Rocky Flop, Neyland Stadium. You're doing the dumbass checker kneeling again. There's a new gimmick every week. The only thing not new is still a gimmick, and that's your offense. And I guess people done figured that shit out. I don't know, because that shit ain't working no more. You can't get first downs against Power 4 opponents. I didn't even see this coming. I didn't see this coming. I had Tennessee 10-2. I'm telling you, look, I'm going to say the same thing in this video that I said during halftime of the Alabama-South Carolina game earlier today. Usually the better team ends up winning in the second half. Tennessee's the better team. They still got a chance to come back and win this game because Florida's been shooting themselves in the foot. 4 trips to the red zone and 3 points? God almighty. That's bad, Florida. After you completely dominated, to be up 3-0 is pitiful. But the better team usually comes back and wins these things. And maybe that'll be the case today for Tennessee. But if Tennessee loses this game today, their second loss in a row, they're out of the playoffs. That's it. You still got Bama. You still got Georgia. And let's face it, if you can't beat Arkansas and Florida, then everybody else you play is a threat to beat you. So this is it. You better come out in the second half and do something because I picked you to go to the playoffs. A lot of people picked you to go to the playoffs. You lose this game, And you're sitting here at whatever you'll be, 4-2, whatever. You have 2 losses the second week of October. Hang it up. No playoffs. You'll be on the we're back list forever. 1998 is never going away. God almighty.